What's up, internet? My name's Ori. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button. You like this video, hit that like button, hit that notification bell. You'll never miss a video. You'll never miss a stream. Today is Sunday, September 17th, day number 47 inside the Big Brother house. And before we get into things, I always start off the video with, what's up, internet? And actually, someone actually brought up a good point. Why do I say internet? Well, when I first started this channel, it was just me talking to the internet. I never really expected anybody to watch these. So it just seemed fitting to say, hey, what's up, internet? But we've kind of been growing to the point where there's a group of us now. It's not just like, oh, me talking to nobody. I'm talking to people now. And you people, uh, all of you are becoming a real community here over on the Discord. It's just really growing, and just it's kind of been exponential where new people are showing up every day, and it's fun because it was originally just like, oh, me talking to nobody and then me talking to a few people. Now these people are all talking to other people, and that's just making it so much fun for me to watch everybody interacting with each other and how this thing is growing. And I feel like maybe we need a name, right? Like, do we call each other, fam, the community, or are you guys called the O's? Are you the Oreos? Like, I'm open to suggestions. So let me know what you guys think. What should we start referring to ourselves as, right? Let me know. Let me know in those comments down below. But let's go over everything that happened yesterday on the live feeds, because there's a good bit to go over. It was Veto Day. Yes, the power of veto was up for grabs, and it was an important one for a lot of people in the house. From Cory and America, who really needed it to save themselves, to Jag, who really wanted to win it to keep himself safe as well, and also Cameron, who knew he was the backdoor target going into this, so there was a lot going down. As far as the picks go on who actually competed, Bowie Jane was picked, Jag, and Cameron. So all these people who really need to win because their names are on the chopping block. Even Bowie Jane, her name was thrown around that if Cameron were to win the veto, she could be the one to be put up there and sent out, almost with like a little bit of a heist maneuver on Jared. So it was kind of interesting heading into everything. Also, something I want to clear up, because I saw a lot of confusion on this, and I think I understand what happened. But apparently, Cory picked Houseguest's choice. He chose Jag to play in the veto competition. America then had to pick a coin, and she pulled out Jag's chip. He's already playing, so she has to pick another chip. Whose name does she pull out? Cameron. This isn't actually that bad for Cory and America. It might seem like, oh no, like, because he's the one that we want not to win to go up on the block. For them, Cameron actually seems like he wants to work with Cory and America. He was saying if he were to win, he would use it and pull America down, and that would force somebody else to go up on the block, and he would vote for the other person, right? He would vote for Cory to stay. So he was actually telling America that. He was telling Cory kind of just like, oh yeah, I'll use it on you guys, vote for the other one, right? He would use it on America. He would keep Cory up there, I think. But even trying to say to him, like, hey, like, if you got a chance, like, it might even be best to throw it to me. Like, let's stop messing around. Let's play Big Brother. Let's get this to work. So it seems like that actually wouldn't have been that bad if he would have won it. After the picks, there was something else that was very interesting. Cirie had a little chat with Blue, and this was kind of her just trying to talk up Blue with Jared, right? To make sure like their connection was really good and kind of downplay how close she was, but also say how she was very comfortable with, her, Jared, and Blue kind of together as a three-person group, but also the four-person group that she's with them and Matt. And she felt good about that, but always kind of felt like the odd one out. Like they're like the young kids, right? And she's just this, older lady that's with them, right? There's no connection or reason that she be in this group. Not like she's the mother of one of them. And she tries to say how, like Izzy was kind of like her person and partner in the game. She feels like everybody else kind of has a connection, like how Jared has Blue, and how the reason why her and Jared were even close was because of Izzy, which Blue knows is a lie. She then ended up actually meeting up with Jared, and she's got a bit of a plan for if Cameron were to win Veto. Jared shouldn't be making too many enemies. It's too late for that. But she doesn't want him to make more enemies by putting somebody else on the block. So what would happen, right? Because she's like, if you put up Blue or Jag or Matt, you're just, causing more issues for yourself. Instead, he should put up herself. Cirie volunteered to be backdoored by Jared. I'm not kidding. Now she was like, I know what you're going to say. No, which he did almost immediately go like, no, like, I'm not doing this. That was kind of reiterated later. Where he's like, I never would even think about doing that. And it also wouldn't have been a good plan. Like, it wouldn't have worked. It would literally just be Cirie going like, I don't want to be here anymore. So let me go home. There's no jury. You're saying I don't have to sit in the jury house. I can just go home. Cool. I can meet up with Izzy. We're going to go have a spa day, mother-daughter. It was kind of wild. And again, one thing that we really need to talk about is how different Big Brother is to every other reality show competition. The size of the commitment is just ginormous, right? We are weeks at this point. Like, we're fully past a full week of what the longest Survivor seasons used to be. They went to 26 days, so the newer seasons aren't even close. Traitors takes about 2-3 weeks to film that. These shows don't last that long. We're not even halfway through this game. Big Brother is a marathon, and it just kind of shows it's not as easy as people think. It is a long, difficult, exhausting process to be in the house, in the game, always constantly being paranoid and not knowing who to trust. It's a lot, and it's certainly starting to get to Cirie, especially now that Izzy is gone. Another interesting thing that was kind of happening yesterday was Felicia and Mimi. We talked about them kind of formally making a final two, but they were also talking today again how they're starting to get more and more suspicious of Jared and Cirie and just how close they are. And Felicia actually says, like, I'm just going to ask him if he has a final two with her. Which she did. She went straight up to him. Later on, this was actually like after Veto, like later in the day. But she went straight up to Jared. She's like, do you have a final two with anybody else? No, he says. Not even Blue. They actually end up talking about, how they both kind of want to stay true to the brown sugar babes and like they can keep working with that. But man, I love Felicia. She just doesn't care. And it's why I feel like we need that age diversity as well in Big Brother. Some of the most fun house guests are, the older house guests that are just they don't care, right? They're like, you know what? Yeah, I'm not gonna play games. Like, if I want to ask you a question, I'm gonna go up to you and ask the question. They're gonna be very blunt with you, and we need that kind of stuff in Big Brother. It makes it more fun. Okay, let's talk about the veto. What actually went down? Before we get to the actual competition, there was a lot of speculation from the house guests, as well as online. We'll talk about that too. About what was going to be coming, right? Like what competition it was going to be. And Jag actually wanted to make sure that if it ended up being the stay fold kind of estimation competition where they'll show you an example of like, oh, this is what 100 gummy balls looks like. Gummy balls? Gummy bears? Gumballs, gummy bears, gummy balls. That somehow that's where I got to. This is what 100 of them looks like. How many is this? And they just show you like a ton more of them, right? You kind of have to estimate on what you think the number is. Then you have to say how confident you are by staying or folding. There's lots of strategy you can get into, especially when you have one person that you don't want to win, and to make sure they're eliminated from the competition. But Jag was trying to kind of figure that out so that they can make sure that Cameron was the one to leave. All ended up being for nothing. Ended up being for nothing. The competition was football themed. They all had like shoulder pads and jerseys. There was some kind of like wet element to it as well. A puzzle. They were kind of running back and forth, and they had a run and dive for a goal line. Everybody was saying this was probably the most fun competition they had of the season. And I'm kind of upset that I wouldn't have been able to compete in this one. It sounds like it would have been a lot of fun, right up my alley. I would have had a lot of fun with this one, I think, too. And it was a close one. Jag ends up winning the power of veto over Cameron by just 40 seconds. Very close. I've also just realized, as I'm talking to you guys, I don't have it up on my board there. Well, let's see if I can get that up. If I can open the program and get it going while we continue to talk about this. And maybe by the end of the video, we'll have it up there where Cam is actually holding the power of veto. This also pretty much seals, or not Cameron, Jag holding the power of veto. This pretty much seals up Cameron's fate, by the way. Jag is 100% using it, likely on Cory, to pull him down from the block. Cameron will end up being the replacement nominee. And I would think at this point, I think it would be a unanimous vote. Like, I don't think anyone would end up keeping him. Like, obviously, like, Bowie is somewhat close to Cameron, but I don't think she would really want to risk having that up there. And look at this. I think I just fixed it just like that. I'm a pro over here. I'm a pro over here. We now have the veto up on Jag. So I think it would end up probably being a unanimous vote if Cameron ended up on the block. And this also means, with it not being jury yet, we would get to see Cameron's reaction to finding out that Jared and Cirie are related and they're mother and son. So that would be a lot of fun. But also, who knows with this group? This house has been crazy the entire season. So for all we know, I don't know, Felicia's going to get evicted on Thursday. We don't know. They could literally go anyway. Also, maybe now that Izzy's out of the house, because one of the things that I mentioned, you know, yesterday, and then also on, I think even 2 updates ago, just how chill everything's kind of been, right? Like, everything seemed to calm down a little bit, like, and just relax after the fight and Izzy leaving. It just kind of seemed like, all right, everything's kind of settling down, and it's been a lot more chill in the house. So maybe Izzy not being there, not only has that taken a lot of the wind out of Cirie's sails to the point where she's almost volunteering to go home this week, but also kind of taken a little bit out of just the flippy nature, right? Because Cirie has been a big driving force on, like, which way are we going to go? And everybody was looking to her, and Izzy was kind of her right-hand woman, right? So, like, the two of them were working together. So now that that's not happening, it's kind of settled everything down a little bit. Also, on a personal note here, just a little pet peeve that I have. Like I mentioned, there was lots of speculation of the house guests on what type of competition was going to be. There was also a lot on Twitter and online of people saying, oh, it's going to be OTEV, or I even heard Cameron won veto. And listen, I've said it before, and I'll say it again. I used to just say one of these, but I've added another condition because there's another account that does this too. Never trust an account with spoiler or extra in its name. Just never do it. It's not going to work out for you. It's just not going to happen. They're going to lie and make stuff up. I'm putting it out there. I'm just putting it out there. You do with that what you wish. But that's just a little personal pet peeve of mine of all this wild speculation on what things could be. And then when they end up being false finally, it's like, see? See? Because it's honestly not that hard to kind of guess with stuff, right? Like, you could always be like, I could have put out a tweet and said, hey, jury's starting this week with the wall competition. And normally we would have been right. But it happens that they're not doing a 9-person jury and it's a 7-person jury. Maybe somebody did do that, jumping the gun, because that just seems like it was obvious, right? Because if you've been watching Big Brother long enough, just like the house guests can get pretty close to guessing which competition it could be, It's not that hard for us to also guess which competition it will be or who's most likely to win. It can be done. And maybe I've experimented with it and had a pretty good little success ratio on one of the seasons. It's not a hard thing to do for people just to make stuff up and talk, you know, a lot of just random garbage that sometimes ends up being true. It's even more fun when they delete the stuff that's false. But I'm just saying that's just a little pet peeve of mine. Just be careful what accounts you're following on Twitter. And that, it really kind of covers the day. There wasn't a lot going on as far as like maneuvering and strategy. Like everything seems right now to be pretty locked in. Like it would take something very major to happen for Jag not to use the veto and Cameron not to go up on the block as the replacement. And again, we thought it was almost a lock that Izzy was going to stay and Felicia was going to leave. And then it wasn't. We thought there was a lot of things that could happen, and then it wasn't. So you never know with this group which way they're going to go, and I absolutely love them for it. I do. Other than that, the day actually, I kind of liked the way the rest of the night went with the feeds last night. It was very chill. It reminded me of like old school Big Brother when I would just sit and watch like Big Brother After Dark. And they're not even really talking about anything. They're talking about life and random stuff, maybe a few little game things here and there, or rehashing some like of the old stories and making fun of themselves. And it was just it was a nice chill time. They were all doing laundry. I was doing it too. So like you kind of feel like you're a part of the conversation a little bit. And it was just a nice chill night to relax and kind of watch the feeds. But yeah, not much to really report from the late night overnight stuff. Other than that, let me know what you guys think about Veto, about what the plans are with Jag using it to save either Cory or America. Do you prefer which one he would use it on? Do you have a preference on that? Are you happy that Cameron would be going up, or would you like to see somebody else go up? Also, if you would like to see somebody else go up, how would you manage that to happen? Because I think there are ways where you could convince Jared to do things. I just don't think he will put Cirie up as much as she begs. As much as you might beg and plead for him to go, I don't think she's going to do it. But let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. If you are new here, hit that subscribe button.
If you like this video, make sure you subscribe below or click the like button. I can give you more videos from the toilet, no worries at all. Yeah!
Bowie Jane, what are you doing on the toilet? Come on. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button. If you like this video, hit that like button. Just like Bowie told you, we'll give you more videos like this. Thank you guys once again. And I will see you next time here on the channel. Also, check out all the links in the description down below, pinned comment, things like the Discord. Like I said, it's been a lot of fun watching everybody kind of join up over there. And I don't want to be like, oh, it was really just kind of a proud moment as I'm watching more people interact with each other, right? Like, it's not just me talking to nobody or me talking to people. It's the idea of this bigger thing of people coming together over Big Brother, and with this idea of being positive about it. We don't need to get nasty, right? You may not like individuals. You may not even personally like individuals for things they said. But we can have the discussions without getting too crazy and toxic like so many places on the internet. So thank you guys again so much for watching. Also, think of a name. Think of a name for the group. And I will see you next time.